Hi all, in this video we will try to understand what is a Sthambi or a stationary planet and why there is a school of thought that this particular Sthambi planet or the stationary planet is the ruler of your chart. Why some astrologers say that way. I will explain you the picture that is shown in my mobile screen in a moment, in some time. Before that, let me tell you one thing. That is, let us say Earth and a planet are moving in their own orbits. Now, let us say the planet is in forward motion with respect to Earth. Just like the red dots here, right? Not in the right side. In the left side, if you observe, the lightning object here is the sun. And the blue object you are observing here, the blue dots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And after that, you can see there are some red dots here, right? So all these blue dots represent a motion of Earth. So initially Earth is at point 1 and then it is moving to point 2, point 3, point 4 and point 5. And the lightning object is sun. And this red dot is a planet. Let us say it's a Mars. Mars is now here, and after that, after some time, it is moving forward like that, right? But see, in Vedic astrology, whatever planetary positions we observe in a horoscope, all of them are with respect to Earth, right? So when Earth is at point 1, it is able to see, means when you are on Earth, you can see planet Mars is moving forward. And at position 2 also, don't observe the right side stuff, only the left side stuff you can observe. So when you are at point 2, also you can observe the planet Mars is moving forward. At point 3, you can see Mars is just along with Earth here. And at point 4, you can see Mars is slowing down, right? It's slowing down. Means at some point of time, a planet may slow down, and that time Earth can move ahead of that planet. And if you observe now the planet Mars from point 4, it appears to moving backward, right? So when, with respect to Earth, when you observe a planet is moving backward, then you can say the planet is in retrograde status. Even at point 5, if you observe Mars, it is moving, it is appearing to be moving backward. So that is called as retrograde status of a planet. Now I will try to explain you more. So let us say Earth and a planet are moving in their own orbits. Here we considered planet Mars. The planet is in forward motion with respect to Earth, right? So you can see that at point 1 and point 2, a planet Mars is in forward motion with respect to Earth. Now let us say Earth is moving ahead of the planet, or you can say the planet is slowing down. See, from point 3 onwards, you can see Mars is slowing down and Earth starts moving ahead of the planet. Mars, right? Now, if you observe the planet with respect to Earth, it appears to be moving backward. You can say the planet is in retrograde status. So at point 4 and point 5, you can clearly see a planet Mars is appearing to be moving backward from Earth, right? So that is called as retrograde status. Now you may question me, what is a stationary planet then? What is a Sthambi planet then? Before Earth moves ahead of the planet, or you can also say before the planet is going to be in retrograde status, it appears to be stationary with respect to Earth for a few days, as the planet is moving along with Earth and its relative motion is zero with respect to Earth. Especially at point 3 you can observe. So when, let us say, car A and car B are moving on the road with the same velocity, with the same speed, then if you are on car A and if you observe car B, you can see car B is stationary, right? Car B is stationary. Let us say car A is not moving and you are on car A. And if car B is moving, then you can see car B is moving, right? Car B is moving forward. So if two objects are moving with the same velocity or they are moving along, right? Then if you are on one of the objects, then you can clearly see the other object is stationary because the relative motion is zero there, right? So the same thing happens at point 3 if you observe clearly. So before a planet retrogrades, it appears to be stationary with respect to Earth for a few days. In general, the number of stationary days for Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn are 1, 2, 2, 4, 5 respectively before they retrograde. As Sun and Moon never retrograde, they don't have any stationary days. As Rahu and Ketu are just points and they always retrograde, they also don't have stationary days. Also, you can observe slowly moving planets have more stationary days, like Jupiter and Saturn. They have more stationary days, like Jupiter 4 and Saturn 5. So the main thing is, if you are born on these days, that time you can clearly observe in your horoscope there's one or two planets would be in the state, a stationary state or Sthambi state. Then you may ask me, what if my Saturn is in Sthambi state, right? Or what if my Jupiter is in Sthambi state or stationary state? Why the stationary planet is very important? See, a stationary planet in your birth chart and in the current transits is said to be extremely significant, and that decides life-changing event based on the sign and bhava it is present in. But there is a school of thought that stationary planet is actually ruler of your life, as it is responsible for the most challenging and life-changing event. So stationary planets are very important, right? So please observe if any planet in your birth chart is in stationary state. Okay, so that planet means during that Mahadasha or Antardasha you can experience life-changing events based on the sign and bhava it is present in. If it is very well placed, then you can understand you are going to experience some life-changing positive events for sure. So this is about stationary planet. So you can understand stationary planet is a planet that appears to be stationary with respect to Earth. And it happens generally when a planet go just goes before before retrograde status it happens, just as I showed you. It's a very simple concept. At point 1 and point 2, a planet Mars is moving ahead of Earth. So from Earth, if you observe planet Mars, it appears to be in the forward motion, and at point 3 you can see planet Mars is moving along with Earth because of reduced speed of planet Mars. Then you can see both Earth and, so there is no relative motion between Earth and Mars that time. So that is called a stationary state of Mars, right? Mars is actually moving, right? But Earth is also moving. So from Earth, if you observe, Mars appears to be very stationary because speed is very much relatively same when you compare, right? That happens for some days, right? And after that, what happens? Actually, the Mars is slowing down. That's why the relative motion is becoming 0 at 3.3. Now as Mars is slowing down, Earth, obviously Earth would move ahead of Mars at point 4, right? So from point 4, if you observe, Mars appears to be moving backward. That is called as retrograde status of Mars. And even the same thing happens at point 5. That's what I noted it here. So it's a very simple concept. Just if you are traveling in a car and if another car is moving forward, right, then let us say both the cars are moving. The car in which you are and also the other car, both are moving. The other car is moving very fastly. Then you can clearly see from your car the other car is moving forward because it is moving with more velocity or more speed. Now your car is trying to, or the other car is slowing down and your car is also moving forward, and there is a state at which both are having almost same velocity, and the relative motion is, the relative velocity would be 0 now. And if you just see the car now from your car, then it appears to be stationary because your car and that car are having almost the same velocity. Now after some time, let us say your car is moving forward of that car, and during this period you can clearly see the other car is moving backward, right? This is called as retrograde status. It is a very simple concept. Hope you understood it. Please comment if you don't understand stuff, because the stationary planet is very important. And also check if you have any stationary planet in your horoscope during the time you were born, right? Thank you.